time you're ready for it.
Every time Indonesia plays, it might just go up.
Yeah.
Vietnam,
I
once
will
again, is
choose
in the
my
blue
own
side, but they will be the
path.
ones to ban out the Arlet instead. The Yuzhong is still open to take in Indonesia. They're not going to ban that. They know for a fact that Fumieko wants to play it again.
And I think that if we follow the previous trend, might be Melissa, as they know for sure that it is a comfort pick for Vietnam. And it is one of those heroes. Oh, it said it's a Lulu. So Vietnam, two options here. Do you go Melissa as your comfort, or do you go Eve? Either way, that's the only two good options here, I would say. Even Melissa, you can even argue that Melissa is not actually a good option. So it kind of means that Eve is off top
The
priority
only
here.
option right
Yeah.
now, especially considering that Indonesia loves playing around that Eve. Let's see if Vietnam will take it, or will they stick with their own strategies? I'm not sure which though. Of course, for a Melissa early pick, there's always an answer of a Farsa. So
Need some stitches? I can help
Right,
you.
so it's there's only two options here: Eve, Valentina, or Eve. Sorry, Valentina Yuzhong or Eve Yuzhong.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I feel like Yuzhong would be the go-to here. The moment Go Away is out and the Yuzhong's still alive, it's gonna be extremely hard for this Melissa to stay alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better pray that the Yuzhong doesn't spot you out.
You know what? The Lapu Lapu could be an option here. Lapu Lapu Farsa, if they're not going for the Eve. But the
right,
Valentina
right.
is still open, and they're still going hot from a win with that Valentina pick.
Okay, what is your choice? Indonesia.
We gave you a lot of picks, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Farsa.
They're gonna go for Farsa.
Command confirmed.
That's Grok.
Whoa!
Man, I
Rhino
could have sworn
online.
that they will eventually pick up the Grok, but after the Valentina is picked up, if they know that the Valentina will not be the choice for Vietnam, then maybe they can third pick the Grok. But now, honest to goodness, they are gonna pick that combo up. We don't know if the Grok is XP, roam, or jungle. All we do know is that the Valentina is so good of a pick here for Vietnam.
Yes. This is what we're talking about, guys. Indonesia just loves to play with your emotions during the draft.
the Emperor's order.
And
No way.
no way they're not gonna pick the Valentina.
Oh.
It's the Eve.
Okay,
Equilibrium,
you know what? Sure.
which I was
Like,
made
at
for.
least they have the Eden Melissa
Yeah.
working out for them.
This is usual, right? Could be, or maybe if they do want to pick up the Kadira, that one should be something like along the lines of the last pick. For now, with the Eve as well as the Melissa, gives you a lot of value when it comes to the Yuzhong pick, even more, right? Knowing Indonesia though, they might come and pick up the Benedetta.
Yeah. Or maybe they could secure their gold lane at this point, because I feel like if they don't secure their gold lane, it's gonna get banned out like in the next phase.
I'm thinking Moskov actually, instead of the
pretty
typical Brody. Moskov is it gives a lot of value. In fact,
This
Stop.
is
The
a
Lapu.
homeland.
Alright,
Brings it out.
Indonesia's not overthinking this. I like it.
not at all.
Right? They're just going straight up. There's a Melissa, let's just wail on this guy.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
the easy answer.
I already dislike being the gold laner if ever.
Yeah, for sure.
playing the
Grok,
best.
Farsa, Lapu Lapu.
Is the
Even when you're
choice
Melissa, you cannot save yourself from this
Nation.
kind of disaster, calamity.
Wait,
Yeah.
actual question. When you press go away and wild charge is cast right in front of your face, will wild charge go through?
No. But if you wild charge first, then flicker, it's as if the animation already went through. So the damage and the knockup will be there.
Wow. You know what? I'm sure these players know that mechanic as
Yeah.
well.
Come on,
Especially if you've
Baxter.
been
It's
playing
our
Grok for
showtime.
the longest
It's
time.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna stop you, basically. You
Exactly.
even know how to block certain minions
Yeah,
at this point.
for
you know?
sure.
Even Lapu Lapu, after the initial push of go away, is actually quite deadly.
Man, if you're Vietnam, you really have to ban out the Moskov. You don't really care that much about the Brody. You have a way to answer it anyways. You have the damage and you have the tank ability for it. You can Wind of Nature or the Melissa, then you're gonna be a-okay. But with Moskov, you cannot sit properly with that kind of hero because it can get out of the real-world manipulation easily. It can also get out of the zone of the heavy spin easily as well. You have the pushback to go with it. So that is a hero that definitely Indonesia will be considering.
I wonder if there's a possibility of this high because I think the Melissa needs it. The Melissa needs a lot of babies and if it wants to survive in this lineup.
Let's see if it's going to be an Akai in the Rome. But right now, they are banning a lot of gold laners here. And the Claude is already out. I do feel like, as you said, Wolf, the Moscow ban could be massive here for Vietnam. Limiting the options to marksmen that you could take down inside the real world is something of a priority for the side of Vietnam.
I wonder if there is a world where Indonesia puts the Grok onto the jungle, then pick up something like a Kadira, which you know is a. What would you call it?
Wow.
3,000
Okay, so this is just Moscow or Brody, I'd say.
foe.
You know what? In before they lock in the Clint.
Yeah.
Just a random or a
Leslie.
random Irithel, you know?
Wow, Irithel.
Haven't heard that name for a while.
But it's no, so some teams are actually picking it up against the both even the
Yeah, because you jump and you shoot,
it-
bro.
literally just autopilot. Yeah.
Oh man, it's gonna be very interesting in which marksman Indonesia. I mean, they're laughing. This is the most menacing team right now.
The flare that's gonna light
You know what? We
up
completely
the
forgot about the
dark.
No,
Beatrix.
they just go back to something super duper basic. It's yeah, because it outranges the Melissa in lane. Kinda is a problem for Yi.
Sand rises when I give the
Yo!
word.
Whoa!
Now this is
Oh.
new. This is new. I like this. I
Okay.
like this.
There it is.
Okay.
Reel him in and sand him down.
Okay.
Vietnam's like, okay, if we're gonna lose, let's have some fun in this one, and maybe, just maybe, we can actually put this to game
Yeah.
free.
I'm thinking Valentina actually for Indonesia. You see, like put it in the gold lane on the jungle role. How many
that's
spells
pretty
are?
good.
Every spell is good.
So many juicy
So
spells.
many juicy spells.
Every spell is good, and imagine a Valentina with a Fatal Links that's already on
Yeah.
all social media platforms. You see that every day. But a Raging Sandstorm Valentina, show me something
Show
new.
me something new. Benedetta may be the
That's
other choice,
amazing.
but yeah, the Valentina still is good.
I fear no kraken.
No way.
For
Oh
I
no,
invincible
it's just the skin line. I thought it was like a new.
I thought it would be Bane. I would be
I thought-
so pissed if it was Bane.
I almost thought it was Bane because I heard like
The Kraken, right?
Kraken
Yeah, yeah,
something,
yeah.
and then I forgot there's like a Dragon Tamer skin for
Yeah.
Lancelot. My God,
Okay.
So close.
so close, but yet so far. And now we are entering game number 2 and looking at the talent predictions from the main broadcast out there. We do have people still believing that Indonesia would sweep down Vietnam, and I do think that Indonesia is in the proper seat to take down Vietnam, but we'll never know. The
Never know.
Khalid might just be the key. You know, the word key starts with K, the same with Khalid.
That's masterful research right there and
course.
analysis. Thank you so much for that, Romy. Appreciate that so much. Now we're loading up to game number 2. Vietnam, they pulled out all the stops.
Yeah.
This is like all or nothing right now for Vietnam.
I'm just excited to see whether or not this Khalid pick in the XP lane would really match up against the Lapu-Lapu. It's not every day that we get to see this matchup.
Okay. Traditionally, Khalid wins in level 1. Right? It's the most important level for the Khalid, which now is gonna be rocking the. Oh, that's why they parked Ginny up here. This is a very smart decision from Indonesia because the Khalid can easily close the gap. You have so much damage, and sometimes you can even commit the execute. But of course, the flicker was used by Gakpe here.
Yeah, that was quick realization from Indonesia that exactly the matchup. If you want an even matchup, you have to prevent that level 1 domination from the Khalid.
Yeah, the Khalid definitely knows how to snowball if ever he does get that early game kill. So Chinny with the rotations, definitely smart. Might even get the first blood.
There it is, as Mlbb having a lot of trouble. Quicksand guard right on time just to save Mlbb, but Chinny's still on the side.
no.
Vival is right behind. She's also level 4. Could be a problem, but looks like Indonesia gonna slow it down a little bit. Just for now.
Leave the man alone. We want to see more Khalid. Now 20 seconds from now will be the first turtle of the game. Indonesia, heavy rotations inside the XP lane. But look at the jungle of Indonesia. It's getting invaded by 3 people.
That's right. It is. And right now, it's for a good reason as well. It is turtle spawning up on top side. And it's just Indonesia having full control.
Okay, for now, we know for sure that it will not be that good of a game for the Vietnam squad because they kind of missed out on 1 minute wave. But the Atlas is level 4!
Oh, there it is, diving in straight up. All the engagement tools being used by Indonesia.
Here comes the Khalid.
Will there be a red tree? But looks like it's going to be going over to Indonesia in the end. And all of those crowd controls being used. Their optimal position. Daisy as well trying to make a run for it. But again, will fall victim to the Grok.
It's a 3-4-1, but Vival does secure the turtle for the side of Indonesia. Shelto 1v1 against Miku, and Miku will be not going in for the kill. But looks like Vivian would try to make a play, forces the dash away.
Okay, so what happened in the turtle team fight was definitely just the AoE damage you can see from Indonesia between the Farsa and the Grok in the first 2 minutes of the game. That's a position 5 that can output so much damage, especially if you land a wild charge like that!
Just like that! Wolf called it right as it happened.
Wait, Vival!
Vival actually might be here with a little bit of a risky move. Obviously, he's forward rows. Some iframes to help you out there.
Wow. Okay. So what you saw in the middle is actually a prelude to what happened in the turtle. Exactly that, right? In Vival did not even land the Phantom execution. We are going to see it once again. Look at that AoE. So even under the real world manipulation, they just got out easily. Then when Vival utilized the puncture to go back, that is when she was killed. By the way, Fumi Echo dodged the initial fatal links because of the iframes that you get from the Lapu Lapu.
Yeah.
Oh!
Beautifully done there. Oh! Again, Vivian, just no fear whatsoever on this Grok. Knocks up 2 people and slowing down the rest of the squad.
Close the gates. The Grok wants some privacy, and they're still going for the push here. Miku will be able to back off, but Vival and Chell will be able to secure a lot of gold here.
Exactly. Man, I think that what you better do, no, they will push it down. But there is an option where you can actually let the gold guard die so that it will be denied away from Miku. But now what they're doing is to pressure Miku so much.
Yeah, basically slowing or, reducing the amount of land that Miku can actually play around is very critical. And it's also it also enables a lot of action on the top side, while obviously Vietnam struggling on the bottom.
Now a big team fight
Here. Oh! Dilma actually just falls without even using the fatal links. And now the rest of the Vietnamese squad are on the run. Mi actually in front. Miku has some damage on, but will not be enough to slow out Indonesia. Indonesia playing it a little bit safer compared to game 1 though.
The moment go away is out, Miku knows he can't be near in anyone's faces in Indonesia. Literally all 5 people in the squad of Indonesia would literally run up in front of that Melissa the moment go away is out.
And there's an engagement on the bottom side. Fumi Echo seems to have been caught out here by Vietnam. A small consolation prize, while the rest of the Indonesian squad are actually around on the top side of the map, trying to get more resources from your side. It must be a sight to see for Vietnam.
You can see already that there's a massive lead in Indonesia.
Oh my god! Beautiful engagement on the wild charge! Whoa! Oh, that was picture perfect there coming in. Whoa! Vivian, absolutely worth it, that death.
That's like I'm not sure, like, do you know like that thing that smelling salts?
Smelling salt?
Yeah, like the one that you take before you lift something heavy in the gym.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's like that feeling where you expect something. You know, the Grok is there, expect something, but that was something, you know?
That was a lot of things.
That's a lot of things. Vivian.
Oh,
wait, honestly, did she even have to commit the flicker?
She was so she was so close, yeah.
She was just, you know, like, add some more flair, make it more Indonesian.
Yeah, you know how they like it. They like it spicy there.
You don't want them to react.
Okay, there it is. It's a tower take, actually prolonged tower take, while the rest of Vietnam are actually hugging the second tower. The first tower just fell without any resistance whatsoever.
After watching that play that Vivian did up top, the normal wildcard seems to be super slow, right?
That
It's
was
like
so
the
quick.
because of how quick that one up top was. Then you see the animation from the wall charge looks very, very slow just because of the theory of relativity, right?
Wow.
You can see.
Oh man, me with a heavy spin. It's like a that was like a top just going around in circles with the Guardian's barrier. Vivian, man, this guy's putting up an MVP performance.
Boomy Echo almost kills Daisy there, but a slight miss. I would say like a slight miss in the last slam on that Bravest Fighter. Could have been a kill for Indonesia, but honestly, Indonesia's already 7.5k ahead.
Are they actually wanting to beat their own record?
That seems to be the plan here.
They actually can if
They
they
are
want to.
sieging him on the bottom, and again, Tiuma can't even
Burn
activate the
damage.
Fatal Links with the burn damage coming in from the Lancelot.
And the retribution while going for the puncture.
Cool guys,
There
don't
you
look
go
at
again.
There
Oh
it
my
is.
goodness.
Picture perfect coordination
Cool
from the
gals,
Indonesian
by the way.
squad.
Cool gals.
Cool gals.
gals.
Don't look at explosions. And now they are literally a minute away from beating their own record.
Okay.
No way they finish this in 9. No way. There's still a lot that they have to clear around here. Tiuma again trying to make an engagement.
No!
Fatal Links happen, but the Germs are the ones who get hit by the Fatal Links on the ground, while Shuma just gets punished here.
Oh my word. Indonesia on a tear. Now no passive for the mid lane turret, which means that after this buff, maybe they can consider, but
All right,
Indonesia,
they're slowing it down.
they're gonna be slowing it down a bit.
I feel like the past 4 minutes of this
Wow.
game has been very demoralizing for the Vietnamese squad. A lot of the plays that Indonesia has been doing to Vietnam are mainly microcentric plays. It's not really macro calls.
I
Like,
agree.
sure, the rotation was correct, and this could have been the result of it. But the way that they do it always has that little oomph of, I wouldn't say disrespect, but just a bit more spice than usual.
I learned the hard way that in the realm of Mobile Legends, sometimes you want to win the lane matchup, right? For example, the Kali given up against the Lapu-Lapu, level 1, you do have the answer. But there were so many occasions in the realm of Mobile Legends tournaments that there's way too many easy ways to kind of patch the problems that you face in the laning stage. For example, you can just swap lanes. Second, you can even just put one additional hero, and all of a sudden, the matchup that you planned to win will not go in your favor anymore. And that's exactly what happened with Vietnam. Putting all of their eggs in this basket called the Kali, unfortunately, did not work.
Yeah, again the punish,
Oh my
the easy
God.
punish there. Coming in from Indonesia's Chinny. So much damage on the Farce at this point.
Yeah, now it's a 4v5 push here. A level 1 Lord in the mid lane. Sniper being loaded. Is it gonna land? No, it won't. Niku trying his best to defend. Look at that stun!
Oh, beautiful stun there coming in from Indonesia. And they're actually not quite done yet. Going straight for the jugular as we do see member by member Vietnam will fall. And the win over to Indonesia. It's a 2-0.
10 minutes, 30 seconds.
They didn't beat them their own record.
Almost.
They probably matched it, but right now I feel like it doesn't really matter for Indonesia.